Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Lost in Time and Space. Welcome back and cheers! As you can see, we're starting things off a little bit differently today. Instead of a beer, we're going. Not only is this an old fashioned, Anne LaRue, this is a smoked old fashioned. This is the finest old fashioned you might ever find. And I decided that I wanted to have a nice little cocktail with our conversation this week. I know I normally do it after we have our chat, with our games and stuff like that. But I was like, you know what, we're gonna switch it up a little bit this week and have it while we're chatting. There's nothing better than having a good conversation with over drinks. So, because we're gonna be talking about the universe. We're gonna be talking about the universe that we inhabit and how cool it is, and how, like, when I was a kid, I loved learning about the universe. I loved learning about science and just like the planet we inhabit, our solar system, like our universe, just like natural science fascinated me. It was awesome. I loved going to the science museum. I loved going to the zoo, learning about animals, outer space, weather, all of it. It's so cool. And I loved like being out in it, like going out, playing with friends in nature. Now, having grown up, I think it's easy to become just like kind of, I don't know, like indifferent about like the world we live in, or easy, like with the 24-hour news cycle, it's just like easy to focus on all like the negatives, the dangerous side of things, like natural disasters, famine. I feel like it's easy to stay inside too. Like there's lots of entertaining stuff for us to do inside. But I want to recapture like a little bit of the childlike like wonder and awe at the universe. I want to know what anyone who's watching, I want to know what everyone's favorite thing about the universe is. Maybe you love science. Maybe you love being outdoors and you have a favorite experience that you could share. Also, do you have a favorite animal? What's your favorite animal? I want to know everyone's favorite animal because I think it's good. It's good for us to be able to set aside time and just appreciate the world we live in. Because, like I said, I think, if you don't think about it that often, you can just like become indifferent to it. Our world's an awesome place. The universe we live in is an awesome place, and we should talk about it more. So that's what we're going to do on this stream. One of my favorite things about our world is the Northern Lights. I've always loved the Northern Lights. They're so cool. Normally, you have to go pretty far north to see the Northern Lights, and I kind of thought, I'd always have to see like a trip, like take a trip up north, maybe like as far north as Canada to like see the Northern Lights. As lots of people probably know, you could see the Northern Lights last winter, maybe even as south as like Atlanta or something like that. Like almost the entire United States could see the Northern Lights if you were like in the right spot, right? So I remember very vividly. I was literally like sitting right here. I had just bought a new game. I was cozy, I was comfy, I was ready to play it. And my wife comes running downstairs and says, "Did you get your sister's text? You can see the Northern Lights from her house." And my sister's less than 20 minutes away. My wife's like, we gotta go see it. And let me tell you, I'm glad my wife did not allow me to be a lame ass that night because it was awesome. It looked like the sky was like melting. Like it was cool in such a different way. We're close to a city here, so it's not going to look the exact same as something that's a little bit further out. There's less light pollution, but it was so cool. I was so glad. And getting to experience it with like family was really fun too. Like we got to chat about, we took pictures. It was really cool how like pictures actually caught more light than we could see. So we kind of saw one thing and experienced it, but then like when we took a picture of it, it was like, wow, it like blew our minds like all over the place. And it's so epic that we just get to have that be something that we can experience and just like it's just a naturally occurring phenomenon. It's so cool. And LaRue is saying that it's really cool that there's like naturally occurring patterns in nature. Like the Fibonacci sequence just naturally occurs in tons of unrelated things, like pine cones or some flowers. Yes, like there's just mathematic patterns that occur in nature. So like very high level mathematics actually corresponds to our physical world. Like it's not just purely like something we came up with and like theoretical. Like no, it actually corresponds and helps us understand and describe the world that we live in. Like that's actually insane when you think about it. Like that's like some intelligent design stuff right there. So that's super cool. But speaking of my wife, she also her one of her favorite animals specifically is Fiona the hippo. So I don't know if people know the story of Fiona the hippo, but Fiona the hippo lives in the Cincinnati Zoo, and she's the first ever like preemie hippo baby to like be born premature and survive. People would like bottle feed her because she was so small. That's another thing that I love about that story is like we're kind of involved in that story. Like there's no way that hippo survives in the wild. Like that hippo gets left behind, but we get to be part of like helping that hippo live, and that's a cool story. That's a cool story. Like we can participate in that. I think that's also a good lesson to learn that like yeah, nature's this beautiful thing and we're a part of it. We steward it. We get to live in it and kind of shape it in some ways, but there's so many ways in which it's like so much bigger than us and so much powerful than us that we can kind of teach us a good humility. Teach us a good humility. I think it's good to have a healthy awe of the place that we live, the universe that we live in. And I think it also helps us have this just idea of like, man, it's so big and it's so epic out there. Like, it's like the backdrop of an adventure, and like our lives are adventures. Hopefully, this conversation did a little bit of that. Like, just got you thinking. Like, yeah, man, our world is awesome, and I want to make sure we steward that well, and I want to make sure that I spend time in it, and I want to just appreciate it and enjoy it. Like, take time enjoying it. Now we're getting back into it. I don't know how I feel about saying gestural on the internet. That feels like I'm gonna get canceled or something, but it's in the game. I feel like they're tricking me to say something in French that I just like don't know what it means. I like Mael. She's sassy. Chef. I didn't even notice that. Okay. hmm. I don't know how I feel about Seal's face. I don't think I like it. There's something unnerving about it. You just get stop using your face. I don't like it. Oh, this game's awesome. Is SKA an owl? Oh my gosh. Get wrecked. Oh, it's a journal entry. Oh, I'll have to remember that. Maybe the audio's a little. Oh my gosh. Has the audio been off this whole time for the game? Oh, guys, I hope not. I really hope not. Guys, could you seriously not hear the game the entire time that I was playing? Did I accidentally not turn that on? If that is the case, I will be very sad for this stream. Wow. Okay. Well, apparently people didn't care. So, thank you, Apocalypso, for someone for finally friggin' telling me that my sound wasn't working. Um, come back on next week, and we'll have more fun. So, go out there and live like you matter this week, because you do. We'll see you next time.